know, good and bad are not a thing. You know, all you
I
can
like
be
that.
is a human. You cannot be, oh, a good person or a bad person, because every brain works. And I know y'all get a thought in y'all head sometime like, I'm gonna push this baby off this bridge. You not
Oh,
gonna actually push the
whoa.
baby off the bridge, are
My,
you? It's an
I mean,
intrusive thought.
I mean,
Teddy swims on my radio. Girl, I'm fucked up about you, and I'ma make it known. Don't care
we
what.
first time. We all first timers, you know. Man, been here. Stan, first time, Beer, first time. Appreciate y'all. We got a few more people on the way. Yeah, boom.
First time?
First time?
Nope.
My boy
Static.
I appreciate you, bro. For any new people, old people, this is our fifth. This is our fifth installment of Trauma Bonding. Shout out House of Dreams, man. Like, believing in what we're doing, loving it, supporting it. We've been doing this since September of last year. September. We missed a couple months because like just was going through it. My co-host was going through it. Life was hitting. But we back for our first event of the year. We got a dope lineup, a few people on the way. Trauma bonding is basically for y'all who it is your first time. A lot of things we do, I'm always looking for ways to use my pain to my advantage because I have to deal with it so much. Why not get something good out of it as opposed to just like crashing out from it? And I had a really rough 2024. Ended up in psych like 2 or 3 times. And I just found that like during that, you know, when you're going through stuff sometimes you feel like you need like everyone feels like you need advice, but a lot of times you need someone to feel where you're coming from. Like then they're like, I know I'm tripping, but like, damn, can you understand like why like my thought process or shit like that? Outside of that, trauma bonding is a place for a safe space for the music I love. I love vulnerable music. I feel like the best music out there is I mean the highest charting music, the best selling music, like when you got the Adele's, the Taylor Swift's and stuff like that. They making music about their pain, stuff that they went through. And it's my favorite type of music. But as you guys know, you're gonna perform some vulnerable stuff. It's not stuff you would normally probably perform at the normal showcase or open mic. People usually trying to turn up. But I wanted to create a safe space for that. So that's the other part of Trauma Bonding. It's a place to heal. It's a place to come together and be, you know, not only just validated, but also learn something, learn different perspective, but also a place for artists to share their intimate art, share their vulnerable art. As you guys know, I usually do it with Brielle, but I have a special guest host tonight, Ian. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, but as you do that, I also want you to, for one, let people know why you decided, why you say yeah, why you was like, okay, I'll give this a go, and also describe your experience. He's been in every single one so far.
Haven't missed one.
Haven't missed one. So I want you to give your experience so far of how this has been and like what our newbies should expect. Make some noise for him too, bro.
Any y'all? Oh, all right. My name is Ian. I'm gonna plug my socials first. They're split in half on TikTok, Instagram. I don't know which one is which. One of them is Ian Talks Too Much, and Ian Talks a Lot.
Instagram is the talks a lot.
Instagram talks a lot. My Instagram is Ian Talks a Lot, and my TikTok is Ian Talks Too Much with the number 2. I think I talk a moderate amount. I don't think I talk too much. I think I just talk too fast.
You can say the perfect stuff.
I'm here today, obviously because Brielle ain't here, and wouldn't be 3 people on this couch. That's my best friend. That's my homegirl. Yeah, shout out Brielle.
Shout out Brielle. Make some noise for Brielle, bro. She be on this
Yeah, she's 10 times more insightful than me, but I talk 20 times more than her, so it's gonna balance out tonight. I think it's gonna be great. Drum bonding's a real solid thing. It's really a conversation. Is the best way to say it. And that's without me trying to be fake poetic. It'd be a conversation. It'd be good talks. It'd be everybody get a chance to not just say how they feel, but say what they actually think. Right? A lot of times we're really quick to go to the mouth to say how we feel without having to back it off with other people and their shared experiences or varying experiences. I've had a chance to do that every single time. and I leave with something different every single time. So looking at you because you're new, but it's gonna be fine. We do raising hands. Sometimes we don't. But if you got something, say something. And yeah, I think it's gonna be real solid tonight with the topic. That's all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that topic is discernment. Today we talking about discernment. We usually always have a topic, and outside of trauma bonding, surviving no contact is our podcast that we started last. Well, I'm not going. I don't think I need to give the whole origin story each time for the podcast. It's a little long, but long story short, it was something that was pitched to me from somebody. It's a guy who wanted me. It was back when I was creating podcasts to help people start them themselves. And he pitched it to me, and I was helping him start it. And I did it for free in exchange for like I want to do it too. I'll go through it with you. And we started, and I had him, and it was a relationship coach. Shout out Trish. She was going viral at the time, and I saw one of her videos about her on the show. Um, it was actually in the middle of the fire of everything I was going through that I was doing that. So I ended up just not being able to maintain. Everybody else had their own stuff they were doing too. Excuse me. But took a big hiatus, came back with a whole different name. It used to be the Heartbreak Chronicles. That was the name. Excuse me. That was the name that the guy had. But came with a new name. Met Brielle last January, and about after a couple weeks was like, I mean, if you meet Brielle, you'll know why. But I was just like, we should put you. I wanted to do a podcast. Like she just be talking.
Get her a mic.
And just like you literally get her a mic because she just is one of the most insightful people you meet. She always has a really good perspective, and she's brought a really. At first, it was such a like it was, and it was really like I mean, he said on the podcast he was bitter, but it was like it had a bitter connotation. It was like the thing was just it started off to me before Brielle was in the picture when we first did it. It was like bitter. It was like the people we had on, people were just kind of like. Um, I don't know. It was people
Mad,
just
angry, upset.
yeah, like everybody just felt like it's time to vent about someone and say, okay, and this is why I hate my ex. And it's like, well, no, that's not what we want to do. We want to gain something from it. We want to we want to empower as much as possible while giving you a space to maybe not share names, but do give us some insight and be vulnerable. But I loved how with her over the incorporating her it helped keep a good balance, but. I ain't gonna balance me out today. We ain't gonna go too off as we sometimes do. But like I said, today we're talking about discernment. Before we jump into it, I want to start with something to kind of get you guys engaged, something for the audience. We usually start with, or the last few shows, we had a different like games or just different things we went through. We asked people their opinions around, and we're gonna pass around. Yeah, we can pass around your mic because his mic actually is picks up on the stream when we post the full to YouTube, and we want to get everybody's answer to a red flag that you ignored before that you'll never ignore again.
So we asking or telling
You
or both?
you can share it. Then we're gonna pass it to them too.
Okay, for sure. A red flag that I actually just can't ignore. I've ignored twice now. A partner that just ain't got no friends for themselves. That'd be a problem, and it's been a problem twice over now. And the reason to be a problem is because they don't know what a healthy relation looks like. So if you don't have, then you don't know.
Make some noise for Drew, y'all.
Hey y'all. A red flag that I ignored and won't do again would probably be like like the gray area of a relationship when y'all not really together or whatever. I feel like I won't ignore them saying stuff but doing the opposite. So like if it takes too long to like figure out where we are, because it don't take that long. Like I feel like when you know. And starting to do things for you once you try to pull away. Like I feel like that's a red flag because you should have did it when I was there. Yeah.
I think a red flag that I won't ignore again is like a person who is. It's like, let's say y'all finna go get some food and they don't know the direction to the place to go get the food, or y'all want to do something else and they don't know how to do that. Just a man who has no direction and he don't like. You always the one making all the plans and knowing everything. You know how to do the taxes. You know how to do everything. And that nigga don't know how to do shit but blink. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Incompetence.
That's mine.
Is that incompetence or just useless?
Like,
A nigga being useless. Mm. A nigga being lost. I'm trying to like find it. Yes. Okay. We got some songwriters in the room. God damn.
Just to like piggyback on that, I feel like a lot of that come from not really caring about knowing yourself as a man. Like in specific, like a lot of niggas kind of just ignore that side of themselves until it becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really invest in themselves like that. But for me, it's a red flag I really only ignored once because I didn't know that it was a red flag until afterwards. If somebody accuses you of being unfaithful and like you being, you doing the right shit, you ain't on no bullshit, they kind of projecting like they probably on some bullshit. They probably doing the shit they accusing you of doing. Yeah. Yeah. Shit only happened to me once, but it was like, yeah, nah, never. I saw that shit and I'm like, yeah, that's what that was, bro. Never again. Never again. Never again.
I think a red flag that I ignored it a couple times, is when somebody gets irritated with your interests. Like if I'm interested in going and if I want to go work out and you're mad that I'm going to the gym, like that's a problem. Like you have a fundamental issue with part of my character because that's something that I like to do, and it's especially with like stuff like your passions, like music is for me or whatever is for anybody else. If somebody gets irritated or aggravated with you for pursuing something that gives you enjoyment in life, that's probably not a person that's a long-term partner. And so yeah, that's my red flag.
Talk that. I would say so. A red flag that I have ignored that I won't ignore again. Um, I'll say just being mean, like just being mean, just for no reason, or just like having no. This is a better one. And this could just be maybe just a me thing because I don't think if you do this you're a bad person, but just people who like if you're not like a morning person, like it's like you and it don't. It's not just that, but it's like I'm gonna know every morning that you're not a morning person because it's like a lot of times I've had so many early jobs. I used to not be a morning person, but I've had so many early jobs that have made me just be fine with the daytime, like and just be fine waking up at 5 a.m. Like someone that no matter what time you in, just no matter what someone it seems like they hate waking up, like just no matter what. Like I feel like the way you start your day sets the tone, and I'm not one of those people who doesn't want to live with my partner. I know there's a lot of people who say, "Oh, I would prefer not to live with whoever I'm with or whatever," but I would prefer to live with who I'm with. But I don't think I can live with you if you just hate the morning time because it's the start of the day, and I've been through a lot, so I've grown to appreciate the morning time so much. Like waking up, like I used to. There were times like that crazy year when I was praying to not wake up. Like I'm like, I would be cool if someone that had like some terminal thing got my little, this time I had, and I just, some I was out of it, wanted to be gone, and now I just can't have somebody who's just too negative. So I think negativity is the theme of what I was trying to say.
A red flag that I've ignored before that I wouldn't ignore again is somebody's relationship with their friends, like the way they talk to their friends, and like I guess the boundary setting. Oh my god. If I notice that like they don't have real good boundaries and stuff with their friends, I can tell that they're not gonna have good boundaries with mine, and they're probably not gonna have good boundaries with me either. You know, um, it's kind of passive because sometimes you don't want to like tell people what to do per se, but you got to recognize who you are and what you're comfortable with, and you can't just like be okay with something because they're okay with it if you're not. Communicate that.
Yeah, that's real. Clap it up for that.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Bruce. I'm one of the videographers for PMG. And one of my red flags that I haven't noticed that I didn't notice like soon enough is somebody not loving themselves before they could love me. I feel like people will get in relationships because they think it's cool. They want they want the pics on the gram, but they don't really they don't love themselves first. So how can you be in a relationship with me? You can't love me because you don't love yourself. So that's all I got.
That's perfect.
When a person is not accepting of exactly who they are and what they represent, so they more so continuously go into like projecting that onto you. and putting it on the thoughts about you and everything like that, when in reality they're just not secure in themselves.
Amen.
My name's Euphemia. A red flag for me would be not having active listening skills, because without them, you can't learn, you can't fully express yourself, learn about yourself, or really solve problems with a team. So I would say listening skills.
Yes, amen. But appreciate y'all sharing. Again, we started with doing that. We started with that topic because the topic of the day was discernment, and I feel like that is the reason why if we're missing red flags, it is because something's off with our discernment, or we're discerning correctly, which is something I do a lot in thinking that we can fix this thing, or we're excusing it because we know that we're not perfect, and we try to compensate for their flaws with something we feel is wrong with our own. I guess the main topic we're going to be talking about is projection versus discernment. So one thing I did want to open up another question for the crowd, and you guys can really call it out. This is, it won't be like the super long answer, but why do you guys think, or why do we think that some people say things like, all women do this, all men cheat. They take something that they've been through, and then they say that now I don't date because everyone does A, B, and C. Where do we think that comes from?
I think that it's not even just about their own situation that they went through, but they're also noticing other people's situation, and at that point, it's just pattern recognition.
Yeah. Because I think about this a lot, but at the end of the day, sometimes to me it boils down to, because I've done it too, it boils down to lack of responsibility. But I'm gonna like, and then sometimes by the person saying it, like not being able to recognize that this is either something that we're attracting, or something that we subconsciously, this is a part of our type, and we haven't identified that our type has this tendency, but we haven't found the common denominator. But I'm gonna let you share too.
I'm not sure.
Why do you think people say something? Where did that come from?
It's cognitive, right? It's like it's very easy to generalize. If I can put everybody else in the category, that means I'm exempt from this, right? Like, I can't help but catch myself when somebody be like, "Niggas be like this." Well, actually, not not all niggas, but that's just how it happens, right? It's very easy for me to be like, it's very easy for me to call my cousins bums because they is. But every cousin not a bum. Like, that's unfair. If I'm just like, bro, cousins be bums, bro. It's like, I'm a cousin. So how that work? I'm not no bum. So what that mean is like, it's exactly like Jace was saying. Like, you stop taking responsibility. You don't take accountability anymore. It's like, you can generalize everybody else, but you the exception every time. Like, there's a disconnect somewhere. That's also like Emma was saying. Like, if you can't listen, if you can't look around, if you can't learn from outside things, then it's very easy for you to put everybody else in a box to make it fit your worldview. It's just easier that way.
Yeah.
Watch this. Niggas be easy.
I mean, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pose this question to you, Ian. What do you feel like discernment actually looks like in dating?
That's a great question. I should have thought about it longer than just now. I think I'll answer what discernment isn't first, right, y'all? Discernment's not fortune telling. It's not being able to know exactly how something's going to go based off one thing. That's judging a book by its cover, like Jess was talking about earlier. But admittedly, guys, you still learn a lot of information from the front of a book. All right, that's real. It's like, without generalizing, if you're moving like a bum, and I open your pages, I'm not surprised you're a bum. Discernment is using experience, evidence, and realistic reasoning to make judgment. And so in a relationship, that looks like looking at consistent habits. That looks like looking at tone of voice shift, right? There's gonna be a bunch of small things. Like we can say body language, all of these things individually are not enough to write somebody off. Y'all see my posture? If y'all were 30 years older, y'all looking like, oh, he don't give a fuck about nothing.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But like, what about the rest of how I'm moving? You know what I mean? So in a relationship, I think it really is just taking those factors, and then the distinction between that and projection is making sure that you're not taking a bias from a previous relationship, from somebody else's relationship, applying it to this one, and be like, oh yeah, they did this one thing just like my ex does, so they're gonna move the exact way they gonna move. That's where those generalizations come from. And that word gonna tear us up tonight.
It's a tough one.
That's a big
I
word.
think I'm gonna try to find another word for that because I don't like it.
Man, no, grouping.
Yeah.
All that grouping is what puts people in the boxes. I think that's my best answer. What y'all think?
Black ass nigga, as soon as he do something.
Bro, I feel like discernment is also a spiritual thing. Like one time I had walked into my ex house and I looked around for a second and my friend was like, "You a visitor here." And
But that's what.
And I should have like, "Oh, locked it." I did.
No. And see, it is a spiritual thing, but it still be based off some of the same principles I described. Like whether you know it or whether it's your spirit leading, you'll recognize evidence. Sometimes the evidence just be seeing a person, and again, that seems like very judging a book by its cover, but not. I don't like saying follow your gut, but like it be apparent sometimes. I told the story earlier. I'm not gonna tell it again. I know y'all haven't heard it. You haven't heard it.
Damn.
I just don't like repeating myself, bro.
I feel that.
I should have said it earlier. My sister introduced me to her homeboy. I hadn't seen my sister in like 2 years. She's like, "This is my best friend, blank." I literally looked at him. He looked like a regular, upstanding citizen. I said, "I don't think we're gonna be friends." She looked at me like I was crazy. She said, "I'm so sorry. He just does that sometimes."
You said that to him?
I said it to her. I wasn't talking to him. I didn't even want to shake his hand. And like, but real spill, y'all. Like sometimes you just know. 2 months later, we find out, excessive by the way, that he's talking behind her back, talking about she a slut and all this other stuff, X, Y, Z, etc. And she told me about it, like, "Oh yeah, this happened by the way." I'm not gonna sit in there like, "Oh yeah, I knew that was happening." I just knew I didn't feel like rocking with him. I rock with everybody. Not, I'm gonna say his name. Not Cody though. You just know sometimes. So sometimes it really is just seeing. It doesn't have to be a whole bunch of evidence, but like that's also a very important part of discernment. Is if you have, it's hard to say because that's not true either. But if you have no good reason to feel the way you feel and you randomly feel that way, a lot of times that's good enough. It's like everything looks fine. Why do I feel weird? You feel weird, don't matter. No, for sure.
You don't know yourself, you can't know other people and how to decide or discern literally how other people are moving or how they might be viewing you, how they might be viewing the outside life in general. So
accurate. Because seriously, if you got bad self-reflection, it's very hard to discern. Because I'm dealing with it right now. Well, I just smacked my mic.
Sorry, y'all.
Don't edit with headphones. But like I have bad self-reflection, like really bad, like the last couple years. And like I got friends that love me, care about me, and all this other great stuff. And I'm like, these guys hate me. I said, here I go showing up again. But discernment would dictate like that's not true. What's the evidence? They're still inviting you. They smile when you show up. They're looking for you when you leave. But that can be overwritten if internally you're not together. Discernment is, and that's why it's an internal judgment. That's why I said you can't trust your gut every single time. Gut to you got butterflies. You want to hop off a cliff right now. That's not good discernment.
it's hard to tell your gut from like a trauma response.
Yes. Talk to him. That's a good point.
Because they be in the same spot.
They are.
It's the nervous system, man.
That's what I mean. But
y'all know some.
Man, no, y'all know something. Y'all got y'all degrees tonight. I don't know. I don't know.
Man.
I feel like there's a side of discernment that we're also not talking about as well. Because I mean, like, sometimes it's easy to know, but it's harder to do. So like, I can see something. I know this isn't good for me. I know this isn't where I should be. But I have so much love and care for this situation or for this person that I'm willing to risk that or put in that sacrifice and go against my better judgment for the sake of believing it's different.
Yeah.
It could be different. Yeah.
All right, so you got that.
And I think so to even just tie this segment into
the text.
Yeah, I think one thing that sucks about discernment is like we're not perfect. So like even if your discernment is like not the best, it usually kicks in. The hardest part I think about discernment like acting on, because discernment isn't really that hard. I think it's pretty much, a lot of us have done so much stuff and missed so many red flags when we kind of do. But I feel like the hardest part is the acting on it, and I think it's way harder when you have some late discernment, when you're like a year in, you're like, actually, and you're like, damn, and it's really
Say hindsight 2020.
yeah. Mm-hmm. So the theme is really self love, and that's the theme of this podcast. Always goes back to self love, because when it comes to getting through no contact, getting through grief, getting through all these things, how much you love yourself is really, I realized, is going to be the deciding factor of how well you navigate this, how well you survive it. Because like when I didn't love myself, like I put myself through hell. Like I just let myself get the short end of the stick in every situation I was in. Like I was like my arc went from like, in for y'all who don't know, I told the story a few times. In August of 2023, I had my first and last six-figure month as an entrepreneur, and lost it all within 7 months. I had just got married. The marriage lasted just the same. Like it was a very just terrible like time. And then like after that, I like losing money, losing love interest, losing everything I had at the time that I was paying for. So the things that I lost, like losing a place, my car ended up getting stolen, and by the time it got stolen, I was like low on funds, didn't have insurance, couldn't recover it. Lost basically everything I had, including friendships and relationships, because they were see me throw my life away with the person I was with, and mad, and just keep saying stop doing that, stop doing that, keep doing it. Um, went to the point for losing everything, and like people don't talk about how like just even if it was just the defeat, and like for that project I was working on, it just going south, or just either if it was just one or the other, but both of those things happened at once. It made me just completely not respect myself, so it just made me suffer for so long, and for so long not choose life, not choose to love myself. I think on every single topic that we have, it comes back to how much you actually love and care for yourself. It's going to determine how, if you do these things. 'Cause I feel like you can't say you love yourself if you're accepting that. So it's like, or, obviously you don't love yourself enough. But I like that y'all like self awareness is a theme throughout the podcast too. Self awareness, self love, discernment. For I have a question for everyone to so we can pass the mic around. This will be like we have like maybe like two more points for the audience before we get to these performances. I want to get to I want to ask, has there been a time where you realized, where you discerned that you were the problem in a relationship? I feel like before I pass it around, I feel like there's been times when I was on my arc, and I feel like it's really sometimes now it's easy for me to discern, because I feel like for a period of my life, I wouldn't say I was a piece of shit, but like a piece of shit, like wasn't the best, wasn't well rounded, wasn't self aware. There's a time, and I feel like self awareness plays a big part, because when you just think you're a good person, you don't do like, and you just blindly just think you're a good person because why wouldn't you? You don't do the self work. You don't even ask around, ask peers that you respect, how about them with this? Because you're just so sure you're a good person. But once you start like actually telling the error of your own ways, and I feel like that's where growth happens. But I feel like it's easier for me to discern sometimes, because I've had terrible coping skills. I've had incredible insecurities. I've had incredible lows, and where I can tell when someone BSing. I can tell when someone is not treating themselves correctly. Or a lot of entrepreneurs, because we shared a lot of the same struggles. Being like one of these weeks when I came, she was like, "Are you being good to yourself, Lily?" Like she could look it to my face, like I'm like, "No." It's like, what? Like I'm stressed out, like I'm doing. She's like, "Can you take some things off of your plate, maybe?" And it's like, I guess. So it's a lot of times we're able to tell patterns because we've done them. So I want to open it up with you, Ian, and then we can pass your mic around. Have you ever noticed that it was you were the problem? Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
All right, I'm gonna say something that one of my stepdad's friends used to say. They went to whatever the last major war old people could have went to is. Uh, I was a little kid with anger issues. He said, "I know you a piece of shit because you stink and you don't smell it." And that's the easiest way to say. That's the easiest way to know. When you always think you're right, you're never wrong. I don't know what's wrong with everybody else. There's something wrong with you. Like I don't like people say it, but like that's what common denominator means. Because is it possible for you to get on a very unlucky streak of interactions with your friends, partners, and family and strangers? Yeah, but it's not that likely. It's not that likely. But it's probably been a couple times, and it's probably because of what I was describing before, which is like I have bad self reflection. And so, like in a similar sense, I use so much projection stuff. Like I wouldn't be projecting that somebody else was cheating if I was cheating, but I felt like I was down here, so it makes sense that you would be. It's very easy for me to believe that. It's very to convince myself. Nobody even got to say it to me. I'd be like, "You're cheating because I'm not shit, and I can't do anything about it."
Bro, that's so fucking real, bro.
Because what am I going to impress you? You're gonna fire back. What you say? What we say earlier? Weaponizing competence. That's what I felt like. Very capable. Didn't feel that way. I'm like, you're cheating on me. You know why though? What can I do?
Right, no, thanks.
But that'd be the case, and I'd still find myself getting into relationships. And so now there's people that genuinely do care about me, are willing to go an extra step for me, like an extra few steps, miles even for me, and I can't give them enough credit because of that. Because I feel like I'm not worth something.
Yeah, and as we pass it to everyone, just to piggyback on that, like that's so real. Like I remember when I went through that phase of losing everything, that was like I feel like I could have maybe held my marriage together, but I was just so insecure from losing everything and like getting to a point of it literally, and it was like TikToks and everything that were viral would be like, taking care of shit, handling business, shopping sprees, whatever, and then having a period where it's like, damn, yeah, I missed this bill. Like having to say that, like like I was like, and then now I'm like, the period after where I'm trying to pick up the pieces, I was so insecure because I'm like, I'm nothing. And I put my value of myself on my bank account, how much I had. So when I lost it, it was like, I just every time she came back from anything, I'm like, what are you doing? Because I'm like, I lack this, and someone else can bring more to the table. They can bring, maybe they're more stable or whatever. They can show up where I'm lacking. So I feel like a lot of, like you said, when people are saying they're projecting because it's something that they're doing, sometimes it is because they're projecting because something they maybe think they don't have or lacking. But a time that you realized that you were the problem like that.
So I realized that like this year. Well, I mean, I've been realizing it for a minute in my current relationship. I'm not a good person, and like I used to always like say or feel I was a good person because I got like a good heart. Um, but that doesn't match my actions. I don't act on the feelings that I have. I run from them. I've been an avoidant person. If anybody knows like attachment styles, I was very avoidant for a long time because of like the situation I went through. I was saying like with, the person projecting I was cheating and they was cheating, and that like really fucked me up because I was always like a lover boy for real. Like one woman type shit. But I let that situation like really fuck me up, and I didn't deal with it for so long. And I'm really reaping the repercussions for it now. Because it's kind of like I'm in a situation where it's like it's not too late, but it might be too late. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Never too late.
And because because I'm realizing like I've completely shifted. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more anxious about the relationship now because I'm really realizing all the faults, and they just added up and added up and added up, and it's like it's really hard to forgive myself. Um, like I couldn't imagine. I can't imagine her forgiving me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's I'm not a good person, and it's hard to sit with that sometimes. I've never had to sit with that. Um, and I've never had to really like sit with the healing of it for real. Because I'll get into it later, but it's things happened after that relationship that like really fucked me up, and then the current relationship, it was like we was both in the fucked up space for a while, and then we kind of grew out of it, but I wasn't growing fast enough. I was still being a boy. And it's tough. It's hard.
Being a man is hard.
What's growing fast enough? Fast compared to what?
Mm, that's a good point.
But
It's, you know what? Yep.
I guess
It's
it's the
matching.
speed from when you realize the problem to when you actually see some execution, basically.
Yeah, and it's like when I realized the problem, I didn't go with the proper solution.
Mm.
I ran instead of being like, hey, what I feel for this person is real, and it's worth me investigating why it's such like why my danger signals are going off when there's no danger here. You know what I'm saying? Like I realize I have trust issues. This woman has given me no reason not to trust her at all. But
Mm.
since I haven't actually reflected on those things and I let that situation change me, like it kind of go back to self worth. Like I feel like she sees me as not good enough, even though I show up. You know, I show up for her. You know, I do these things for her. You know, I'm very I try to be as tender as possible. But you know, it don't really mean shit if you're not moving with intention, like with intention for real. And that's really what I'm learning. Like you got to be intentional. You got to be serious about the things that you care about, the people you care about, the people in your life, the people in your corner. Because they're not always gonna be there. Like you can't just treat them however and expect them to be there. You know. Um, yeah. So I'm going through that right now.
I feel like I'm sorry. To piggyback slightly off of that, but also to just speak in general, I feel like that's such a heavy concept that people pay attention to, but they don't always pay attention to it because intention is heavy. And if you don't pay attention to intention, you will continue to stay in relationships where you might think or you might have been shown that you were the problem, but are you the problem because you continue to stay after being shown continuous patterns of problems and issues and wrong things over and over? Or are you the problem because you continue to not only stay but put into the problem? Because you can stay and want to leave and still be the problem, or you can continue to, when a person argues with you, you argue back. Or
Right.
when a person says something mean, you got to say something mean back. When a person, gets on you, or you feel like, you got to combat that. I feel like that also goes into not only intention, but pattern recognition. And if you continue to stay with a person that you notice, not only are you the problem, but you're used to the repetition, and you now have started to believe and convince yourself that you deserve that. Not only do you deserve it, but that because you're so used to the repetition, you're so used to thinking that, oh, maybe this is exactly how everybody is. Maybe this is exactly how all of my relationships are going to go. And this is the future for exactly what I should expect. So I should just get used to it right now instead of complaining and crying and, maybe just fix what I got. But you don't always have to fix what you got. And if you want to move on or continuously change the person that you are or the person that you date, that's not an issue. And nobody knows that. But no, I was a problem for years, and I didn't even know it because I started going to therapy and stuff, and then I found out I had BPD, and I dead ass thought I was always right, and even if I was wrong, you did something that made me wrong. It was a reaction to whatever you did. Right, I was born right, and it has a lot to do with like you say, like self-awareness and stuff, because I really just didn't have a grip on what I wanted or what a good relationship looks or feel like, because you get so not only addicted but comfortable in toxicity, because it's like especially if it's like a pattern in relationships that can start from like with your parents or with your family members or with your friends, and then you go into your love life and you kind of like are used to it, and sometimes like a good relationship is a little boring, and then you become an issue within somebody's goodness. And so then after, and also partying a lot, you like if you party way too much and you like prioritize like a good time over your partner, that's also bad. And I didn't know I was doing that. I just thought they were a party pooper. But but yeah, and like after sobriety and going to therapy and doing the whole nine, I realized that like I have to communicate. I have to see you in your shoes. Like I can't always be like you have to agree with my way or no way. they're like you have to meet in the middle eventually because y'all not gonna agree. Even if it's like cupcake phase in the first 3 to 6 months, you're gonna fall short somewhere, or they're gonna fall short somewhere. So I stopped being a problem now, and I'm a solver.
I like that. I'm a solver. Make some noise for that.
How could I be the problem when I am the prize?
Okay.
I'm just kidding, y'all. Me personally, so I was raised in a way where it's like extreme harm and love was, I guess, in the same area. So I'm used to relationships being like a lot, you know? So I guess I realized I was a problem. I beat a nigga ass, bro. I swear to God, I beat a nigga ass any day, any time, any place. Me and a nigga, we a tussle, you know? And I realized I do be getting mad. Like, I get mad because you do dumbass shit, you know? And I feel like I'm justified in the anger and I'm justified in whooping your ass. And I'm also like, yeah, you feel me? And one day I realized,
That's the point. No, that's
you
it.
feel me? And one day I just sat back in the middle of whooping this nigga ass and I was like, dang, I got you on the ground right now. And I made you kiss my feet to apologize. Am I the problem? And I'm like, maybe I could be. So,
Possibly.
but it's like I don't never do that shit until you push me to a spot. But I should have never let you push me to that spot to begin with. You know, I should never endured all the weird shit you did. To now, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You know, like, yeah. So, yeah,
I get up for that.
y'all can clap for that.
Yeah, we can
It's
give it like yeah.
Like kind of piggybacking off of, I forget, like a couple of y'all said it. Where I feel like in relationships, for me, like I know when I'm in a relationship, I'm very good. I feel like I'm a good partner. I feel like I'm a good person. But single me is not relationship me, right? But I still think I'm a good person because I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, right? And the lack of self awareness for me was my level of control that I like to have in situations. I like to feel like I know how much you like me and I know how good this situation is. And if I can keep that where it's at, you don't need to know about whatever else is going on. I feel like I'm not lying to you because you're happy, you're good. Ooh. And I didn't necessarily I didn't lie to you, but I just didn't tell you certain things, right? That to maybe influence your, no, I did. And that is lying. And that is, but that's my point. That's why I'm saying that, like, but that's my point. That's my point though. That's my, I know, but at the time I was like, well, you know what I'm saying? I might not have told you these parts, but I didn't want it to influence your decision making skills on how you felt about me and how this situation was, because I like that. And if I can stay in control of that, then I will. And then, handle everything else, right? So I thought that I wasn't the problem. I thought that I was chilling and it made sense to me. But then I found like, oh, this is irritating me about so and so. This is irritating me about that. And I kind of get like overwhelmed with all these things. But I'd be low key overlapping because I'm dealing with this person's and then I'm dealing with that person's and stuff like that. And I was like, dang, wait a minute. Maybe it is me a little bit. Maybe it's not necessarily what they're doing, but it's just like the way I'm handling it, right? Or like I think somebody tripping. I think they're doing too much. Why you want to know all of that? But that's because I'm trying to withhold information from you. That's why you want to know all that, because I'm lying. Honestly, because I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly didn't think I was a problem for that for a long time. Self-awareness was like, recognize yourself. But even going back to what he was saying in relationships, I was in a almost 4-year long relationship, and it was not easy for me. I was definitely getting the short end of the stick, but I was suffering and acknowledging that I was suffering, and I wasn't doing anything about it. But when I did do something, it was always super extreme because I'm like already so hurt. Like it was like probably a year and a half in to the point where I started actually responding to it when I should have been responding, right? So late discernment. And it was just always these extreme ass responses or nothing, right? Until I finally had the energy not only to acknowledge it, but like move on too. You know what I'm saying? I had to like bring back the love into myself. I had to learn that my goal in all of this is to love myself, and then I can love someone else. I was so focused on trying to show more love and thinking that I was lacking in areas. Oh, well, you're cheating on me. Maybe I'm not doing this right. Maybe I need to start doing this. And I'm starting to recognize things that you might be looking for, and I'm trying to turn into that. I'm trying to give you more love, and I haven't returned it to myself at all. But I'm complaining and I'm sad and I'm complaining to my friends, family, and now like I'm by myself in this, and in all reality, I just feel like I was really looking for the love to be returned to me in some way. and I wasn't returning it to myself at all, you know. But once I started doing that, I was actually able to come outside and be like, what am I doing here? You know what I'm saying? And move on and get out. And I haven't looked back since.
Let it grow. Let it grow.
And I just want to say that being a good person is not real, y'all. We are people. Good and bad are not a thing. You know, all you can be is a human. You cannot be, oh, a good person or a bad person because every brain works. And I know y'all get a thought in y'all head sometime like, I'm going to push this baby off this bridge. You're not going to actually push the baby off the bridge, are you? It's an intrusive thought.
I mean, straight to the baby was crazy. Straight
Internal
to the baby was
evil go
crazy.
nuts.
But again, make some noise for yourself for participating in that open discussion. I feel like this is the most organized our discussions have been since we've started. So we appreciate y'all participating and sharing and getting vulnerable and just being honest. To kind of wrap things up before we get into our performances for the night. Like I remember my mom told me that someone that doesn't have a good relationship with this person in their life or doesn't have a good relationship with dad or mom or whatever it is, like you have to watch out for that. And I hate holding things because I feel like when you pick out a red flag or you analyze people like that, it's not fair because it's like, dang, that's something they can't control, like their family or having a rough childhood. I remember this, a family member telling me, watch out people who have rough childhoods. I'm like, I had one. So I'm like, am I a red flag? So I just think the biggest thing with discernment is, the more you love yourself, the easier it is to not have to make your needs or you said what? Yeah, it is, and not feel the need to make yourself smaller or make your needs and preferences smaller in order to fit in a room or in order to fit with the person that you don't fit with and try to shrink yourself to do it. But I do again. I appreciate y'all all supporting and coming out. As far as we're gonna get into our performances, and this part of trauma bonding is like I said. I make a lot of vulnerable music, and my favorite music is vulnerable, real ass music where I'm just being honest and I'm just articulating my pain in rhythm and rhyme. And I think there's so many showcases and there's so many things that we perform at to where it just wouldn't fit the vibe. I just performed at Views last night, and I couldn't do none of this shit that I'm about to do tonight. So, make some noise for our performance tonight. We had had a couple people who were sick. I saw this stuff going around. My first performer, my guy, Stan the Third, gonna come in and sit on the couch and talk to y'all a little bit. Make some noise for bro. Make some noise for bro.
Hello, y'all.
Man, so trauma bonding is about having a safe space to share songs about, real shit. A lot of times music is an outlet. It is, to me, for a point in time, it was a substitute for therapy. But Stan, before we get into I'm gonna ask you a little bit about these pieces, but just to first for the crowd, tell them who you are, who is Stan the Third.
Hey y'all. Oh, the mic hot. Oh yeah. I don't know. Put this on. Give me 1 second.
He has experience.
Yeah. So I'm Stan the Third. I'm an artist. I rap. I make beats too, but that's just for fun for me and shit. I'm a real cool person, low key. I don't really like to do a whole bunch. I am a very vulnerable person. I was taught at an early age that vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength. A lot of people lie to themselves, a lot of people hide from their emotions, a lot of people look at being emotional, especially growing up as a boy, as weakness and all that, but, I never shied away from it. And like Jace was saying, music is therapy, for me. A lot of the pieces that I write, a lot of the things that I write, even if it's not like me being super personal, it does come from a place of me trying to get something off, me trying to express some emotion. So, yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell. I'm not really scared to, go out somewhere and perform a piece that people might not be used to hearing, and speak on topics that people might not, be comfortable speaking on. Yeah. So that's basically, it's a real comfortable environment. Y'all got me real comfortable. So I am kind of an oversharer too, but I kind of feel comfortable oversharing here. I hope y'all comfortable with a little bit of oversharing. Because I think understanding others as well is a very, very, very underrated strength that you can give to other people. When you understand somebody truly, um, it makes it a lot easier to navigate through life with them. Either if that's a parent, a sibling, a friend, or an intimate relationship. So understanding is very key. Understanding is very key.
True that. And I can let you keep the mic because they can hear me and stuff. What is, and for one, let me know what's the first piece.
First one is chrysalis.
And we can talk. Well, I guess we could talk about them kind of together.
Yeah.
But so the first one's chrysalis. So tell me what chrysalis is about.
So kind of referring back, I'm trying to make this like quick. Referring back to what I was saying, like shit I've been through type deal. Chrysalis is about, I went through like years of grieving a relationship with somebody I was really close with. Really, really fell deep in love type deal. I fucked up the relationship, you know what I'm saying, like I do. But we were kind of on that mend, and then she passed away, and it was like really tough to deal with that. I retreated from the world. And to really come to grips with it. So Chrysalis really speaks on that. Just questioning, not really questioning, but more so being brave enough to step back into your energy and trust yourself. And being able to just getting through something like that, you know what I'm saying. It's a real tough time for me. So Chrysalis is kind of like my stamp back, being like, I'm okay. You feel me? Like, it's cool. I like it. I'm okay.
Good. I like that. And for the second one, I just asked a question about the second one I saw you had sunflower. Like, just tell me what emotions were present when you were making that one.
So sunflower is about my baby that opened my heart back up. You know what I'm saying? That I'm currently going through shit with, but it's really just encapsulating that. A lot of it. The lyrics are very straightforward, and there's a poem at the end that my homie recorded. So I'm gonna just let that play out when we get to that part. But yeah, it's kind of just encapsulating how where I'm at with the relationship, my reflections on, things that have brought us to this point. It's not very wordy, but the emotion is there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me, for real. So. Bitch, I might heal. Look, said I'm back from the last one. Actually passed on the past few years. Get to asking my peers when the wave you appear. Can the waters I still be more open? The crystal is clear, my development is sheer. No irrelevant fear. When the energy near, I can feel it out here. Everything, everywhere, all the time. Steaming steady out the stereo, a boat full of lines. Get cash free, never break and catch it when you rewind. Shit get real. I promise every memory mine. All I spill is solid when the gas in my mind. Bitch, I'm still a matter of fact, nigga. At times I might feel I ain't shit for real, but bitch, I might heal. Said bitch, I might heal. Need to on my bitch, I might heal. Bitch, I might heal. Say, bitch, I might heal. Bitch, I might heal. Yeah, bitch, I might heal. Still my bitch, I might heal. Say, bitch, I might heal. Bitch, I might heal. Yeah. Bitch, I might heal. Yeah. Bitch, I might. Look. It's 24/7 shadow work. 2018 came with low hanging gallows shirts. At 19, you forever laying shallow dirt. My late teens ain't prepare me for that chapel. Hurt to sing about that battle. I've been dying of all kind of thirst. Drowning and dribbling, fucking on women and loving no sentiment. Hiding my intimate, stuck on the porch, been carrying torch in case you find your way back home and need a new port. I'll be your resort. My soul red, yellow tones, purple heart on the sleeve. Stand tall, real proud of the man I aspire to be. SEAL Team 16, storm quiet the seas. Bitch, I feel like bitch, I might heal. Yeah, say bitch, I might heal. Bitch, I might heal. Yeah, bitch, I might heal. Yeah, bitch, I might heal. Say bitch, I might heal. I'm still my grandmama baby. Yeah, yeah. Say bitch, I might heal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Say bitch, I might heal. Bitch, I might heal. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's that on that. That's that on that.
That's my shit too.
Thank you.
That's my shit. Hold on, let's
Thank
get
you.
into this next one.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, and these do like they kind of go hand in hand for me right now. Like Chrysalis is Christmas. I'm pushing Chrysalis a lot because that's really where I'm at with it. That's where my strength is, where my power is right now. And then you'll see Sunflower is kind of like where my heart is, where I'm trying to go, and a lot of self reflection. But thank you, I appreciate that. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You ready for this next one?
Yeah, let's get it.
Get to it.
Sunflower, baby, sunflower, baby, sunflower, baby, driving me crazy. Sunflower, baby, sunflower, baby. I load up my heart and still you find a ways to pour into me. It's my turn to pour in, I'm planting the seeds, tending to you. All I want to see is everything, just you and me. My sunflower baby, driving me crazy. Sunflower baby, baby. My sunflower baby, sunflower. You caught me by surprise. My heart ain't open up like this in quite some time. You got me hoping and waiting on you. My line is only vacant, awakened but can't rewind. Arriving too late, I'm feeling like I don't deserve you. Young and immature could only hurt you, so I understand you gotta go. I gotta let you and pray that you come back, cause boo, you're special. I load up my heart and still you find the ways to pour into me. Starting was pouring, I'm planting the seeds, tending to you. All I want to see is everything, just you and me. My sunflower baby, driving me crazy. Sunflower baby, baby. My sunflower baby. Sunflower baby.
Sunflower baby. You're the kind of beauty that don't beg room to look, you just lean toward the light. And somehow the whole sky follows you up and studying your petals like scripture. Trying to understand how something so soft still survives the weather. Most flowers panic when the clouds move in with sunflowers. They remember where the sun used to be. The kind of faith different. Standing tall in the fields where love used to feel like God left sermons in the soil, teaching broken hearts how to grow again. And I know I ain't always been good ground. Sometimes my hands carried more storms than sunlight. Sometimes my time has showed up like winter to a garden that deserved to spring. But you still planted patience in me. Still love ain't just butterflies but dirt under fingernails. Roots rest in the dark places just to prove life still listens when heaven whispers.
My sunflower baby, sunflower baby. Thank you.
Make some noise for Bro Samo. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. Let them know before you leave, though, where to find you, though. Let them know where to find you.
Yeah, you can find me everywhere. Well, I'm mainly on Instagram. I don't really fuck with anything else for real. Stan the Third, fully spelled out, STANTHETHIRD. Yeah, I got a project coming out next month called Happy to Be Here. So yeah, thank y'all.
I like that. PMG Premium Music Group, a nonprofit record label that started last March, which is wow. It's I didn't even realize it's been a year since I started. We didn't really like launch things and get it like start making appearances until like May. But it's been a year, so we that's the kind of like the music part of it. I usually have a few of our artists, intertwined in these shows, but I always want to see new faces and keep it fresh. But Kid was actually my first artist, bro. I found him. I think he was 18 when I was in that session. My last mentor was recording, bro. And I couldn't see him. He just sounded the stuff he was saying. The way, bro, like just kind of put like when he's talking about pain, because he'll give you some bars too. But when he's talking about pain, um, he's able to. It reminded me, I think, just of me, like when I wasn't that good when I was 18. Like that's, I think, bro, definitely is above where I was, but I just think the way he, you be making me laugh, bro. But I just think the way you come at pain or the way that you articulate pain in music, I think is what called me originally. But I remember just asking like, do you have a team and somebody working with you? And him saying no, so that kind of just made me like, we gotta get this going, bro. We gotta get this started. But I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, bro. And just kind of tell people who you are, and we can get right into it after that. With the songs you're gonna do. Tell me, I know you just dropped a new single. Talk to me about those and who you are.
What's up? What's up? My name's Kid Prodigy. I can't say the other thing. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm Kid Prodigy. Yeah, two D's, two E's. Basically, this song called Earth 2. Basically, I believe in like alternate dimensions and shit. So it's basically like me falling in love. Like what would have happened if this was an alternate dimension and we was still in love with each other type of shit. Oh shit. But yeah, that's really what it mainly is. Like, just if I could have did it right in another life type shit. So yeah, yeah. I just dropped this one on Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. I'm still learning the words to this bitch. I don't know all of them, so just bear with me. But yeah, y'all gonna feel this shit. Shout like that. In another life, and maybe you're my wife, and maybe you get girl, maybe you're my type, and maybe you get drunk, maybe you get high, maybe you do, maybe I do. I don't wanna lose you. Sorry, I'ma lose school. All the hurt I've been through, manifest I do. I don't wanna lose you. Sorry, I'ma lose crew. That's on slow though. Real up. I do wish you stay. Balls and songs. No, you might be. No, you might be. No, you might be cuffed. For the lust, cause I've been struck. Shit, I'm out of love. I think I'm done. Don't want to run. Don't wanna just leave. I cannot keep. Still missing my G. In the summer, you're my peace. You're my pain. You're my present. In my first, you're the seventh. Kiss your belly while you're pregnant. Put your picture on my pendant. I be. Yeah. Yeah. What I done for you. Playing games. I think you love issues. Can't think I'm done. And watch that love hit you. You don't care. Like to stare. Show your, play your, know your scars, know your, show your, say you want me and you need me. Just go and break that treaty. Forever is what I'm needing. Yeah, real love is what I'm needing. Real love is what you need. And no, no. Yeah, I said in another life, maybe you're my wife. Maybe, yeah, maybe you're my type. Maybe we get drunk. Maybe we get. Maybe I do law and maybe you write rhymes, but damn.
What else you got for us today, my guy?
I thought we was doing our song.
That's yours.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
bet. So I'm gonna get my guy back up here. Iron, bro. Yeah, let's get Iron back up here. Make some noise for Iron. Come back to the stage. You can do it.
All right, what's up with the second song? What's the second song say?
Ain't be attached to women. Yeah, you talk about it. You talk
Oh,
about
shit.
it.
Oh, shit. Man,
Like, what you talking?
That's what I do.
Everybody should know.
I
Everybody
just like
don't
to
know.
rap.
What's your
I just
name?
like to rap.
What's
I don't
your
care
name?
what type of beat it is, what's going on. I just like to rap. Swear to God.
That's kid. That's kid. This one it's called AAA Anxiously Attached Avoidant. It's on my project I just dropped In Love Again. And it's literally about I used to be very anxiously attached, and when I went through a lot of trauma and a lot of just bad times, I came out like I feel like I still have it in me to be anxiously attached, but I have like almost like evolved. I don't know if it would be called evolved because it's kind of toxic, but I would call it an evolution that I've found for like how we develop things when different things happen over time. Then humans start developing thicker skin or whatever the case may be. And I feel like for this, gaining that avoidant side of things just came from it's like a defense mechanism. So it's like this is a song about that, like being an anxiously attached avoidant, basically.
R.I.P. Brothers responded in that song, man. Yeah.
Man, that's really us about. I was just talking about.
But no, you said some deep shit. I think you should. I mean, if you get in your context, this nigga he said some deep ass shit.
I was writing the song. It was like I was going off what he was saying, but at the same time, like I always been an avoidant. Like I never been an anxiously attached avoidant, but I felt it because I know a lot of people like that. Yeah. And I said that like I was like I said that in the song. You don't understand it. Like I said a lot of things that you can really think on and understand like how I love and how I show love because that's really how I do it. I ain't gonna lie. You can't steal my heart, cause it's already yours. I can prove it. Why you diamonds, new Balenci's in yours. And the shit. Look. Come on, man, let me hear a song. Come on.
You can't steal my heart, cause it's already yours. I can prove it. Buy you diamonds, new Balenci and Dior. And I'll never tell you no unless you asking for divorce. Cause I pray for you, even as my pastor for support. I've been lacking if I'm snapping, I ain't asking you for war. I'm just backwards when I'm sad, I get so mad and insecure. Cause I'm not used to being cared about, was treated like a chore. So when they asked me what was wrong, I started grabbing for the door. Anxiously attached, avoidant. I was happy as a boy, but then she grabbed my heart and stabbed it till I asked her for some more. Hard to love yourself when everything around can treat you poor. But how I'm feeling selfish, cause y'all smile me from my joy. You can't steal my heart, cause it's already yours. I can prove it. Buy you diamonds, new Balenci and Dior. And I never tell you no unless you ask me for divorce. Cause I pray for you, even as my pastor for support. I've been lacking if I'm snapping, I'm not asking you for war. I'm just backwards when I'm sad, I get so mad and insecure. Cause I'm not used to being cared about, was treated like a chore. So when you asked me what was wrong, I started grabbing for
Me and more. Want you songs that sometimes I avoid, can't enjoy. But my heart, my feelings be annoyed. I pray the Lord. And Pastor, I be rapping for my voice. I lost my joy. And fell in love with bodies built like koi. I think I'm better by myself than I be fast and make a play. And I might hang around the void, see my attachment super valid. I got problems, it's just harder when you know that it might happen. See my first love go away and see my mama in the casket.
should be crazy.
Want a new H5 Mercedes, I can't hang around these hoes cause eventually they'll hate me. I'm so sorry to my ex bitch. I'm tripping on the daily, insecurity's took me over. I keep hanging out with my love.
Steal my heart,
Why?
cause it's already yours. I can prove it. Buy you diamonds, new Balenci's and yours. And I'll never tell you no unless you you ask me for divorce. Cause I pray for you, even ask my pastor for support. I've been lacking if I'm snapping, I'm not asking you for war. I'm just backwards when I'm sad, I get so mad and insecure. Cause I'm not used to being cared about. Was treated like a chore, so when you asked me what was wrong, I started grabbing for the door. Anxiously attached, avoiding. I was happy as a boy, but then she grabbed my heart and stabbed it till I asked her for some more. Hard to love yourself when everyone around can treat you poor. But now I do, I'm feeling selfish. You lost me for my joy. Damn. Now I'm feeling crazy, babe. Everything I said was supposed to my feelings change. Now I feel confused and sipping juice, I trying to numb the pain. But now it tastes diluted, so I'm begging for some Novocaine. Praying you're not over me. Lately I can't go to sleep, cause now my nightmares lucid. So I pray to God for better days. I'd rather go blind and break your heart for you, my Etta James. But this shit out of pocket, girl, it gotta be a better way. And yes, I know I said to stop, but girl, I hope to God you never change. I'm just not equipped to deal with women that's obsessed with me. I did not expect to steal your heart and have you next to me. Cause lately I've been in a bind. If this not a race, then why the fuck I see a finish line? Told me take my mask off, but I'm used to dating in disguise. Shorty wanna be my safe space, I told her give it time. Lately I'm just trying to maintain, this shit is feeling odd. I got money issues cause I made decisions ill-advised. Now you trying to fix them, can't convince you that it's not your job. But girl, I'm not the victim, I was tripping, now I'm getting by. And I know you said your love for me is not about my wallet, but let's face it, girl, I can't provide. You was not the type that I would hide and tell to come and slide. I'd rather take you out to somewhere nice, but girl, my rent is high. So now I'm feeling crazy, baby. Everything I said before was true until my feelings changed. Now I feel confused and sipping juice, to another pain. But now it takes the loot, so I'm begging for some Novocaine. Praying you not over me. Lately I can't go to sleep, cause now my nightmares lucid. So I pray to God for better days. I'd rather go blind and break your heart for you, my Etta James. But this shit out of pocket, girl, it gotta be a better way. That's that peace, y'all. That's that peace. Teddy swims on the radio. Girl, I'm fucked about you, and I'ma make it known. Don't care what happened, hit me when you make it home. Turn your location on. I did all I could do, I tried to take it slow. But you picked up the pace, and now my place without a stake. Cause I just gave my all to you, and then you take some more. Baby girl, I miss it when the stakes was low. But now they high like fine dining, arguing at 2 a.m. Got my mind private. You saying my double cup, I'm swerving in a wide body. Fine, she wanna ride shotty. Think I'm rich, I'm not roddy. I've been sick as fuck, so I got Teddy Swims on the radio. Girl, I'm fucked about you and I'ma make it home. Don't care what happened, hit me when you make it home. Turn your location on. I did all I could do and tried to take it slow. But you picked up the pace and on my place without a stake. Cause I just gave my all to you and you take some more. Baby girl, I miss it when the stakes was low. That's low stakes, man. That's low stakes. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, this is pretty man. I hope it's worth it. Whatever. Spent a lot of long nights with you. We laugh, but then we cry. And I don't wanna let go, but if I do, just know I try. Cause girl, you carry my heart, so if you leave, I just might die. Cause when you did, last time I tried to take my life and got revived. I don't wanna wake up and you're not there right by my side. Cause no drug compares to how I feel when I look in your eyes. If you're gone for good, I can't replace you, girl. I tried to my part, so I'll just wait for you to change your pretty mind. Girl, I know you forgave me countless times, but baby, that don't make it right. And just because you give me one more shot, don't mean that I didn't pay the price. Girl, I lost everything that made me smile, and everything was you. So I'll just wait for you to change your pretty mind. That's that beat so far, man. It's a work in progress.
They said your name, but go ahead and tell us your name again.
I am the man princess, but you can call me Miss.
All right, that's a great name. What's the first song you doing?
This song is called 10 Minutes because I wrote it and recorded it on my phone in 10 minutes. It's just a burst of energy, a moment of release.
I don't want to be redundant and ask what emotion you was feeling, but just a burst of energy. Excitement.
I was feeling just like the song tell you how I was feeling. I think I fell in love. I don't know though. Could have been a karmic cycle, an attachment, maybe even a twin flame. Yeah. I don't know. But it was something. Falling in love with you had me kind of miserable. Had me feeling low. Lost my self-control. Had me ignoring some lame hoes who step with me. See the energy I bring. Couldn't see it in the dream. You lost my trust. You full of lust. Go bitch, you hate yourself. It's hard to be the sin of pride. I want to rest myself. I'm asking Lord the way I was going to do for you. Couldn't let go of your past. Too blind to see the view. But that's okay. I won't change how day. I could have told your tattoo artist, but I don't want to play games. I could have spent all of your friends on this beach. I love myself too much to time my soul just to get back. Doesn't get back. Won't break this no contact. She called me a little bitch. She's in the back. But that's why I'm in that back seat. I ain't know what to do. Can't trust you with my secrets. Think about you. When it's perfect, I bet you never thought. You want you to me. But you ain't even got a call. And Roger, man. Man, I hate your mama too. And my girlfriends was good as fuck. This be my point of view. I hit myself away. You know that's what it's like. Too busy pulling holes up in your chest out in the night. Too busy seeing love instead of doing it for yourself. Should let you go. But you were doing no next. But what am I to do? Man, it looks so good. Should be the one and not the two. Can't get to myself. I had to put it in proof. I ain't going through this pain alone to tell you the truth. I made you feel inferior, I guess I understand. You never learned how to be a man. Normally I wish you the best, but the best was me, nigga. Falling in love with you made me kind of miserable. Had me feeling low, lost my self-control. Had me ignoring some ladies who's hopeless with me. See the energy I bring, couldn't see it in that dream. You lost my trust, you full of lust, go bitch, you hate yourself. It's hard to be just in a cry, I wanna break myself. I'm asking Lord the way I was going for you. You couldn't let go of your past, too blind to see me.
First of all, hell no, I should have asked you more questions. You said it was no. You keep that mug. You said a 10 minutes. Did it in 10 minutes? I got mine.
Oh, okay.
Did it 10 minutes? 10 minutes burst of energy. What emotion were you feeling? You dropped that. That was A1.
No, I didn't drop it, but I guess I was just feeling the feeling of release, just letting go, moving on.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard that. That was great. Well, yeah, when you dropping it?
Oh, I don't know, because it's just a YouTube beat. Like I said, it was just like, I feel this emotion. I mean, and I did put it on my YouTube, I guess.
All right, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
At the Mid Princess. Y'all heard that? At the Mid Princess on YouTube. It's there. The, not the. The.
I should give away my teeth though.
We're gonna pretend like we didn't hear that, y'all. We gonna when that beat come back on, we're gonna be so surprised. All right. It's our first listen. So what's the second song saying? What's the second song about?
This song is called Reverie. And I just made it like I think 2 days ago. And it's another one of those things where I just did it all one take on my phone. So it's not recorded or nothing. And I probably will forget some of these words. This one just, when I first started making music, it was because I was just angry as fuck and I had a lot to say. And it was always hard as Detroit ass beats or, and I was cussing somebody the fuck out about some shit they did. And this new era of music, I just been wanting to be creative and be intentional with my lyricism and just do things that I haven't done in the past because I do consider myself to be a multi-dimensional, multi-genre artist, and I don't want other people to keep seeing me put out one thing just because I have a lot of shit in the world. But the things that resonate with me the most at the time was just hard ass, tough ass shit,
All right.
Those skis. Yeah.
So now we can play that beat for the first time. For the first time.
Yeah. It's man. Look, red roses and faces. I like when they die. Pink sheets, not a crease. You can see with your eyes, not a peek. If you creep, hate a sneak, love a geek. Keep a piece and pop like bubble gum. What you like some peace? I'm trying to hold it in. I'm scared as can be. Got my battles, I'm not hitting on the field, on me. Yes, there is anxiety, cause I'm counting on me. Cause if I fall into my depths already, know I'ma quit. One thing I do is survive, but when I'm feeling alive, these hoes go ashes on my name, but making Phoenix arise. I shine too bright for the sky. I tried to mask but crack. The biggest cat amongst the fish, my living pepper on crack. He like that anime shit I spit. Burn hoes like me, Coco, bring out the therapist, cause most you pussy bitches is local. I raise myself off YouTube, switch sweets back for local. Life and death and love and birth, I get the feeling berserk. I put a star on my shirt, the hot scars where it hurt. I like my diamonds in pink, I like my sorrows in blue. I like my competition sticky, hubble bubble and shoot. I like to fight for dominance, I hate an easy ass nigga. Oh please me ass nigga, oh please feed me ass nigga. Making pink round, blue flame, black niggas come here. Like my torch and they slipper. Really love that I'm business, cause even when I drop the weight, I'm trying to woman this niggas. I earned it. I earned it. I earned it. I stand 5'9" high. I look the punk in his eyes. The same bitch is standing over me, quick to switch sides. Like, oh, I thought you wanted a pick. I thought you liked it. But ain't no fun when I ready to go come with that switch. Bow. I need a hypnotist the way I route to in these cycles. I need to clean my room. They ate today, but fed the pigeons. I fed the cats too, put the glass for the people in the sky. And now I need to lay down and rest my fucking eyes. Dead roses in my faces. Baby, how they all go to waste. Reverie, remember me as I am. Reverie, remember me as I am. There's roses, 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 red roses, rose, 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 red roses, 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 roses. I stand like my height. I look a punk in his eyes. Sustained picture spinning over me. We quick to switch sides.
Okay, hold on. I got.
like it was men featuring.
That was crazy as hell. With that being said, though, an important question formed in my head because I'm sitting over here. I'm like, wow, I rock with this song. When you made this song, what you make it for? You made it for yourself, or
I make everything for myself because I'm selfish.
Well, that's an artist. You should always make it yourself.
But then I know that other people are gonna like it because I'm amazing. This is my life, and I'm supposed to release the things that I've been through. So I'm not really thinking about what. Well, I think that what I need is what everyone else needs because we are one. So by me creating my art and releasing what I need, other people will be able to hear it and they can, release what they need. So selfishness is inherently good.
you wanna plug your socials one more time?
Oh yes, all of my socials are the Mitten Princess. THEE Mitten Princess.
All right, what were you trying to get across in this first song?
So this first song is called Electrified, and basically I went to this after hour at the Lincoln, and I met this Nigerian doctor. And it was during that time where I was kind of like giving up on love. We didn't fall in love, long story short, but like it was really fun, like pretending with him. Like he was like super like affectionate and stuff, and not like pushy though, not like weird. But we was like dancing all night, like up on each other and stuff. People thought we were together, like y'all so cute. We lying, like yeah, we met back then. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think I ever seen him again, but it was just like a really fun night, and it brought me out of my like my funk and my distaste for men. And yeah, it was really fun. And shout out to Sai, that was in there. Okay.
Shout out, son.
Shout out Sai.
Are you ready to kick off?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I heard you always say you're just not the time. And all these tears I cried for tonight we can act like we kept love alive. Or we can dance all night if you want to. Never see you before, can only see what you got in store. Yeah, I wanted more than who tried out my sisters for. So believe in me, I know this love you ain't leaving me. Or you from the motherland, baby, see. It's the land of free, be with me. Let's fly. I heard you say now that's how. And all these tears I cried, but tonight we can act like we can love alive. We can dance all night if you want to, still. We can fall in love at every pretend. Should I call back? I'm like you man. I'm on road for one night dance. If you want to, still. We should fall in love at every pretend. Should I call back? I'm like you man. I'm on road for one night dance. Let me see your hands, let me see your hands, go. Let me see your hands, let me see your hands, let me see your hands, go. Never seen you leave the connections ran on this affair. One fast I feel what you declare, being this I'm being electrified. I heard your boy say you're just not the type. And all these is here. Damn. But anyway, but it was really fun. Like we didn't exchange numbers. No, it was just like a moment, you know. And I was like, that was like special to me. It was cool.
Hello. First of all, let me say something. Is that out?
No.
Why?
Hey, don't joke. But it's gonna be out. I'm working on a project called Princess Syndrome, and it's gonna be one of the first singles for sure. So probably mid-springish. I got like maybe. It's not gonna be a long project, so I probably got like 3 songs I want to record, and then start releasing it. That'll probably be like the first one I release.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Because that was A1. That's something I want to listen to in my car in 7 a.m. as loud as I can on my way to work.
You know what I mean? Listen to on the way to work at the gym.
I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? In front of a shorty you just met, like. You know what I'm saying? Make you want to whine. You know, that's why. You know what I mean? Okay. Bumper clock. Rastafari. That's it. That's it. I'm so sorry. Maybe get me started. It's your fault.
What's the second song saying? What's the second song saying?
The second song is called I Know, and it's about a man that I knew won't shit, and then I was like, I'm keep trying, and then lo and behold, he still won't shit. But he made a good song, so well, he didn't make it. I made it. Hold on. He inspired a great song, so I usually do like. When I do a lot of sad songs, I still have like upbeat tempos. Like I like to dance to my pain for some reason. And it ended up being a lot of people's favorite thing. So I kept having to relive the trauma and be like, like, you know, but now I'm over it. You know, so it's cool.
Just to bring it back.
You don't got no name.
Oh, we love that. We love nameless people.
Yeah.
To bring it partially full circle. Was there some discerning signs during that?
Hell yeah. Shit.
Pick your favorite, or least favorite, I suppose.
Well, I had gotten into a car accident one time. And like I survived. Hello, unscathed.
Of course.
Because I'm a queen and you know the Lord's favorite.
Call it that.
Or whatever the higher supreme being is. But so I got into a little car accident then. And then I had called him and I was like, he's like, I'll call you back. And he never called me back. And I was like, damn, you don't care if I die? That's crazy. I cut him off after that. Okay, I'm lying. I did not cut him off after that. I can shameful. Well, I did for like a hot minute. And then he took me out to eat and stuff. And then I cut him off again because I couldn't forget that shit. It was terrible. I'm like, oh my God, this is so nice. You didn't care if I died. Take the bill and leave me alone. But anyway, yeah, it's called I Know. And I had no discernment though. I was as in delusional.
We learned from it though, but let's kick off.
Delulu, not the Salulu. They lied.
Delulu, not the Salulu.
Well, sometimes. If you're an artist. I love being Delulu. Just not with my gender. Take me away, love. Oh, baby, I'm inside. I know you. I know that you know why. But when we're alone, love, oh, I forget what's wrong. Yeah, we're so long. I know that I should just give you up. I know that you never fall in love. I know that I should just give you up. I know you give me nowhere to run. I couldn't convince you. Oh, that's better than drugs. Oh, for real. Something I should have done. So take it away, love. Oh, but you did it for fun. Yeah, it's somewhere in between heaven and paradise. We're still next to wrong, but it feels right. Right. I know that you never fall in love. I know that you should just give you up. Yeah. You fall in love, yeah. I should give you up. Give you up. I should give you up.
Get 2 songs in, he gonna put this out.
And I did. My name is Tria Scott, Dria Scott, like Travis.
Mhm.
And yeah, I do this music shit. I like doing like features and stuff. So if anybody got something that I really like, I hop on it for free. I don't like that charging shit. We're a community, come on, you know. But yeah, I hope you guys like it.
We did. One last person before we get up out of here. We got my boy Static. One of our newer artists. I'm trying to figure out whose mic is working. Yes, okay. One of our PNG artists that I started working with earlier this year. He came to a lot of our early events when we was up at Young Village. I think that's where we first met at Young Village. Yeah, like bro came through showing love and just was at every single event. It was funny, like he asked like back when it was like, early like April, May, when we were only like 2 months old, he was asking about joining. And before I brought up people at each stage, I wanted to just make sure that, something was we were making progress, not bringing people into a broken system. And bro just like we had to show him, had to bring him on, because he just was like, bro, like I just keep coming and showing up and showing love. Not caring, what he gets in return, just, off the support. So it's finally good to. And I feel like he coming on that town where we got momentum, traction. Now we got 2 studios, a few different, people on the team who aren't even artists, who are just people who are, doing their role, helping us out. So appreciate you being a part again, bro. And talk to me about this first song. What's this first song? And I guess, what emotion was present in the room you was doing?
This first song was about bad decisions with my friends and who I closely associated with. We all know the closest people to us kind of defines is a good tell for the person that we are, because the company that we allow around ourselves. And I kept putting myself in positions that I knew I wasn't supposed to be in for people who didn't have my best interest at heart, because they weren't capable of providing that for me. Not necessarily that they didn't want to, but necessarily that it wasn't possible for them to do. And removing myself from a situation like that was extremely difficult. And in doing that, I felt the best way for me to vent about it, or for me to get anything out positively about it, was to write a song about it. So this is kind of a story and a journey through when we had first met to when I had finally decided to walk away from the situation.
Heard that.
It's called Little Bro, Big Bro.
Little Big Bro. Make sure I got it right. It's this one, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get to it.
Little bro, big bro. I used to be a little brother. I used to be a little bro, big bro. I used to be a little brother. I used to be a little brother. Yo, it really used to seem like we was brothers. By the way we speak about it, dreams to feed each other's hunger. Older bro, he was the coldest, even he was deep stuff. Even dealing with the demons, he would teach me not to crumble. It was me and it was me, and we would always tease each other. The hoes we couldn't see that we a team, so we would fuck. Go call up your biggest sister if he miss it, get your cousin. Ain't go cuff him, but he might load up the load out if he does it. I was dreaming 17, I had a dream for being stubborn. Didn't listen well, cause I knew I was gifted since he young. He be a seen a G and you were eager to discover what I was, and I was with it too. It's deeper than discussions. My OG can see that me and we were right for one another. So I spent a lot of nights to get his chance, that she ain't trusting. But she said to me, she folded. Only gets one time to blow it. I was hoping for that moment. For the most part, we were golden. We own it. I'm seeing green. But before I get into this, we've been rocking out more than a year. I just ain't get to it. Like back when I was 9 and 10, we stayed inside the crib. We lived together. So the shit is close to home. It's different, man. When we was walking around the park, I was the little man. You almost grown around 18. My God, I was your biggest fan. And damn, now I'm thinking about the days when we didn't have a fan. We ain't on your life for anyway, cause we was more like fam. And really come to think about it, you was like I am. And that's why our connection only deeper when you had to scram. Mama told me that he stole from us, but I believed in him. He told her we got pizza. That's the reason it was missing, man. The next time that I seen him, we was at damn JR. I was so happy. Started out at common ground and raised the ball. We exchanged information and conversations with faith. Hey, I'm thankful for the days that you gave my appreciation. Then stop and see him till I met my nigga Josh. That was the craziest. It's safe to say I sure was born in shock. He lived with him before he lived with us, and tell me that's not destiny. Don't ask me why I'm stressing, and my brothers kinda mess with me. Cause after this, all that I saw was acting switches and transactions. I was 13, I'm not a kid no more, so time for action. I caught him back, and that's the first round I had caught it static. He got set up and bro got jumped, so they still caught him lacking. All of these older niggas told me I was on my fashion. Stay out the street, don't make some heat, and young and stick to rapping. He never told me that. He showed me how to grip the ratchet. Mom let it blast. I ain't gon' front like I ain't have to ask him. After some chapters were back, and when I went backwards, not only in the song or the story, but in my magic sets. Little rat that I went sad when she was glad that I was with it. And that was when shit was tragic. 2 windows busted out, my people stood my beef and showed the shit was deep, and so I did the week or so when I went home. I got kicked out of the crib to live with Joshy and his folks. I could go on, and that could be a whole song of its own. But after that, his mama kicked me out, and this is where I had it twisted. Should've went home into my steps, cause he would've listened. Instead, I went with older brother, made a bad decision. Homie, it only took one night before we both would go to sitting in the whip, and niggas slip with bad intentions. I was in the bed with shorty that I don't mention. We dropped a nigga off, I ain't know really well to bless him. This is how the story goes to a note that has no addresses. He up with me on two. So this shorty, so this phone. We show gon' be on the news. I grabbed the blick and did a roll. Like you notice it even shoot this on my soul. If I first we all toes. I stay till you got better, but it's time to go, bro. I used to be a little brother. Fuck. I used to be a little bro, big bro. I used to be a little brother. Fuck. Used to be a little bro, big bro. I used to be a little brother. I used to be a little bro, big bro. I used to be a little bro, big bro. I used to be a little brother. And that's that.
You got another one?
If the other one is soon.
No, we got another song.
Oh yeah, he do.
So it's static with a 7, not an S.
Gotcha.
7 TATIC on all platforms. It'll be static official.
So we had to switch back out.
Oh shit.
I couldn't grab y'all because y'all females. So this for y'all too. How do y'all do that? How do y'all do that for real? Like I was gonna save it to the end. I was gonna save it to the end, so I could say the stuff Brielle be saying, but like y'all really so talented, for real. Like, and it's not comparative because I can't do it. Cause a lot of people can't do it, but like y'all be doing it, and it's like uniquely yours every single time. Like I can say y'all sound like somebody, but don't nobody sound like y'all. You see what I mean? Cool. That sounded like something I was supposed to hear on the Boondocks. What's the next song?
The next song was kind of life after that. I didn't really have a lot to speak about, so I kind of went back and spoke about past situations that I was going in and kind of reflecting. And I mean, I was also going through something relationship wise at the same time too, and I was overall just kind of feeling stuck in life and music and just not feeling the type of progression that I wanted. for myself. And so that's kind of where this song came from. And, it also kind of piggybacked off the song before.
Before you do the song, do you have a message about the song you want to give to the viewers?
I mean, it's okay to feel stuck. It's just a matter of how long are you going to let yourself feel like that before you decide that it's time to move forward. That's all she wrote. Let's do it. I don't want to be a buzzkill tonight. I wish you would have. That would have been perfect. We gotta get into this. Lately shit been getting rough, dude. Baby, I'm feeling like I'm stuck, boo. Can't even save me, I've been waiting for the undo. Take me away back to the tables and the lunchrooms. My favorite places was amazing, not a dull hue. Mine is stuck on the scene and it just keep on repeating. I'm having a dream and all I'm seeing is green. And the peace with my demons, like the broken ingredients and blood on the sheets with dirty pillows and grievances. Minimal defense was a pitiful weakness, and the pitiful secrets was subliminal. I never knew you was the type to be so critical. And what you did behind my chin was called a criminal. And lately I've been hurting in these verses. I just hit the flow so bad. You know I'm working on my purpose, just been getting hugged. I'm sitting frozen with this picture of this hitting goes. And feel like shit cause I ain't hit it yet to get a song. I know I'm still young, and I can say I'm ways away from making real fun. I fucking hate it though, this place can make you feel numb. I stray away from chasing pain, but if it's still run. I stray away from taking strangers any place I stay. The ways of things make you change, and I've been going through a phase of trying to play with patience. But all I'm thinking at this point is I can't stay away, and I'm gonna take the stage and have them claiming that it's show the greatest. The bumpy road got niggas thrown on my bro. Okay, that was from there too. I'm glad that shit started. Wow.
Was that the rest of the beat? It stopped. Wow.
But yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was fucking.
What?
I'm like, what the fuck? Shit, bro. You want to run from the top? How you want to play?
I mean, fuck it. Running from the top and cuts out again, and I mean, I just run from there.
Yeah, do that shit again.
Finish it out.
She wanna go
Let me shit and get rough, dude. Baby, I'm feeling like I'm stuck, but can't even save me. I've been waiting for the undo. Take me away back to the tables and the lunchrooms. My favorite places was amazing, not a dull hue. Mine is stuck on the scene and it just keep on repeating. I'm having a dream and all I'm seeing is green. And the peace with my demons, like the broken agreements, and blood on the sheets with dirty pillows and grievances. Minimal defense was a pitiful weakness, and the pitiful secrets was subliminal. I never knew you was the type to be so critical. And what you did behind my chin was called a criminal. Don't take me out there hurting in these verses. I just hit the floor so bad. You know I'm working on my purpose, just been getting hugged. I'm sitting frozen with this picture of this hitting goes. And feel like shit cause I ain't hit it yet to get a song. I know I'm still young, and I can say I'm ways away from making real fun. I fucking hate it though, this place can make you feel numb. I stray away from chasing pain, but if it's still wrong. I stray away from taking strangers any place I stay. The ways of fate is making change, and I've been going through the phase of trying to play with patience. But all I'm thinking at this point is I can't stay away, cause I'm gonna take the stage and have them claiming that it's short of praise. My soul is breaking at the place from every crack is aching. I'm overweight and no debating, got my soul shaking. I'm about to blow up like I told you, he thought I was faking. I'ma stay awake, cause niggas sleeping on my road to greatness. The funky rug got niggas thrown around like frozen bacon. I told the homies, help me pro, and they gon' overtake it. They ain't believing what I showed them, so they rolled it straight away. It's okay, cause I'm a man, still the shit we get up, dude. Baby, I'm feeling like I'm stuck, boo. Can't even save me, I've been waiting for the undo. Take me away back to the tables and the lunchrooms. My favorite places was amazing, not a dull hue. Mine is stuck on the scene and it just keep on repeating. I'm having a dream and all I'm seeing is green. And the peace with my demons, like the broken agreements, and blood on the sheets with dirty pillows and grievances. Minimal defense was a pitiful weakness, and the pitiful secrets was subliminal.
coming up. I never knew you was the type to be so critical. And what you did behind my chin was called a criminal. And lately I've been hurting in these verses. I just stick the flows up at me. Know I'm working on my purpose, just been getting hoes. I'm sitting frozen with this picture of the same goals. Making feel like shit, cause I ain't hitting yet to get a song. I know I'm still young, and I can say I'm ways away from making real fun. Still, I fucking hate it though, this place can make you feel numb. I stray away from chasing paper if it's still running, so only if it's still running. One more time, my name is Stanley with a 7, not an S. I appreciate y'all. Y'all beautiful people.
Yes, sir. Talk him out. Yes, sir. Brother did his thing, bro. Let him know. He said where to find you and everything. I'm static official everywhere and shit. I want to know because you haven't talked. What's next for you, bro? What's next?
A lot of catching up on a lot of recording. And outside of that, I want to. I have a project in mind that I want to do, but as for right now, I do know that in about 2 3 months, I do want to put a single out, and I do want to get something out. I have a song in mind. I haven't performed it yet, for that sole purpose that I want to put it out and do a whole thing with it. But yeah, so some coming in the next 2 3 months.
Appreciate you, bro. I have been rocking with this for a minute, bro. I appreciate you coming out today too. Good shit. This has been our 5th installment of Trauma Bonding. I really appreciate y'all all coming out. If you enjoy yourself, please tell your friends, post content, tag us, tag the House of Dreams, please. This is something it usually was the first Friday of every single month, but we just went ahead and just we didn't want to waste another day. We wanted to get it going because we had my co-host, my other co-host, Brielle, had got into an accident, man. She had to heal up, and now she all good. So she'll be back next time. So shout out Brielle, make some noise for Brielle. She got all good. She was such a good support the whole time. And yeah, I'm gonna try to leave y'all with something. She always usually leave y'all with some like insightful little nugget. But all I have to say with this like on discernment and stuff is I think the theme was you can come up here and leave off with our last word, but the theme just seems like self awareness plus self love, and it all. I mean, the theme is everything starts with you. Life is happening for you or to you, not for you, not to you is one of those. But it's the thing that means that things that happen to you are they're for your good. I mean, if you want to use them that way, even the pain, and just learning. But I'm gonna let you end off my brain is cooked. I feel like I've been doing so. This has been a crazy week. I'm gonna let you end, and you're gonna be real for a second.
I should have said earlier while we was in discussion, so I'm gonna be as quick as I can. I won't talk as fast as I can so I can actually hear it. All right. Trusted source, very trusted source right here. Talks about the best ways to use your discernment, and he uses the analogy of a door. Okay. The first question is it a good door? Is it a door that's gonna help you or is it gonna hurt you? That's a quick tell. The next door is it an open door? Maybe it's a good door, but is it closed to you? You want to go to the NBA really bad. Do you have the talent to go to the NBA? That's probably a closed door for you. Discernment should dictate you stay away from it, right? Or not to try to press it. That hurts your feelings trying to continually press into a closed door. Is it a wise door? Based on who you are, that's what we talked about earlier about that self-awareness. Is it a door that's good for you? If I'm with this person, if I get with this person, is that going to be helpful for me or is it going to hurt me? Am I going to prolong something that I can avoid entirely? And then, is it a desired door? Is it a door that you actually want, or is it just a door that's available? Like I said, I should have said this earlier, but I got that, and I had to share it with y'all before we closed out.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'll leave y'all with that, man. Thank y'all for all coming out. Shout out to make some noise for the artists who went today. Everybody's so talented. People who are getting more too, man. Everybody moves you. And that's the thing about wonderful music. It moves you like every word, every tone. Like you can hear where y'all was like when y'all made the shit. But when we're dancing with our pain, I can still hear like especially when we getting on the higher notes and hearing the rawness of like you get chills. So. Appreciate y'all coming in and helping bring my dream to life, man. I want everybody to drive safe, and we'll see y'all next month.